What if I told you that the single biggest lie in the world of trading isn't a bad stock tip or a guru's false promise? What if I told you the lie is woven into the very fabric of how you times think, times you're supposed to trade? We're sold a fantasy of action, of lightning fast decisions. The Wall Street warrior, phone in each ear, eyes darting across 6 monitors, executing 100 trades before lunch. We're told that activity equals productivity, that clicking buttons equals making money. I'm here to tell you that this is not just a fantasy, it's a trap. It's the grand deception designed to transfer wealth from your account into the pockets of the market makers, the brokers, and the truly patient. Here's the number they don't want you to fully grasp: 73%. For nearly 3/4 of the time, the most profitable traders on this planet are doing what looks like absolutely nothing. They aren't hunting, they aren't chasing, they are waiting. While the 90% are frantically playing checkers in a digital casino, the 10% are playing a game of 4D chess. And today, I'm not just going to show you the rules of their game, I'm going to hand you their playbook. Because patience isn't just a virtue, my friend, it's a weapon. And it's the only true alpha you will ever find. Before you can fix the problem, you have to understand its source. And the source isn't your strategy, it's not your indicators. The source is 3 million years of evolution. Picture our ancestor. That rustle in the tall grass, is it the wind or a predator? Hesitation is death. Action is survival. See a fruit on a tree? Grab it now, before something else does. Immediate gratification isn't a choice, it's a survival instinct. Our brains are hardwired with a simple, brutal equation: waiting equals danger, action equals safety. Now, fast forward to today. You see that green candle? Your primal brain doesn't see a chart, it sees the fruit on the tree. It screams, "Get it now!" before it's gone. You feel that rush of adrenaline, that FOMO. That's your ancient wiring firing off. You see a red candle starting to drop, your brain screams, "Predator! Run!" You panic sell, even though your plan said to hold. The trading platforms, the financial news, they are engineered to exploit this primal glitch: the flashing colors, the one-click buy buttons, the constant stream of breaking news. They are the rustling in the grass, designed to keep you in a state of perpetual, low-grade panic, to keep you times acting asterisk. It is not your fault that you feel this way. But from this moment forward, it is 100% your responsibility to recognize this sabotage and to build a system to override it. You are not a caveman fighting for survival. You are a modern strategist, and your battlefield is your own mind. Let's get brutally honest about the cost of impatience. It's not just one bad trade that blows up your account. It's a slow, agonizing bleed. It's a death by 1,000 clicks. And this cost comes in 3 devastating forms. First, the financial cost. This is the obvious one, but it's more insidious than you think. Every time you jump into a half-baked setup, you feed the machine, you pay the spread, you pay the commission. Think of them as tiny parasites. One bite won't kill you, but 1,000 will drain you dry. This isn't trading, it's paying for entertainment, and the market is the casino that always wins. Second, and far more damaging, is the mental cost. Have you ever felt that? The emotional whiplash of being euphoric one minute and crushed the next? That's called decision fatigue. Your brain has a finite amount of high-quality decision-making energy each day. The impatient trader burns through it all by 10 a.m. on low-probability noise. By the time a perfect A-plus setup appears, your mind is exhausted, jittery, and clouded by the ghosts of your last 5 losing trades. You're too trigger-shy to pull the trigger, or too desperate to win it back, and you bet too big. You lose your greatest asset, your clarity. And finally, the most tragic cost of all, the opportunity cost. This is the one that will haunt you. While you were busy scalping for pennies on a choppy, worthless chart, the trade of the month, the one you've been waiting for, the one that met all your rules, was setting up perfectly on another screen. But you missed it. Why? Because your capital was tied up, and your attention was held hostage by meaningless action. You didn't just lose money on those small, impatient trades. You lost the chance to make the money that could have defined your entire year. That is the true price of impatience. So, how do we fix this? We start by completely redefining the word action. The amateur thinks action is clicking the mouse. The professional knows the real action is in the waiting. It's not passive. It is the most intense, focused, and active form of engagement you can imagine. I want you to stop thinking of yourself as a trader. From now on, you are an apex predator. Think of the lioness. She can lie motionless for hours, muscles coiled, every sense tuned to the herd. Is she doing nothing? Or is she analyzing, calculating, waiting for the weakest one, the one that stumbles, the one that presents the lowest risk, highest reward opportunity? Her stillness is her strategy. Think of the crocodile, a living dinosaur, a master of patience. It can wait for days, a log with teeth, until the moment is perfect. One explosive, decisive strike. Maximum result for minimum energy expenditure. This is active waiting. Your work is not to trade. Your work is to prepare, to scan the horizon, to analyze the market structure, to journal your thoughts, to know your setup so intimately that when it appears, there is no hesitation, no fear, no emotion. There is only clean, precise, lethal execution. The market is a jungle filled with frantic, scared animals making noise. They are the prey. The apex predator sits in silence. They let the prey come to them. Your job is to become that predator. This all sounds good in theory, but how do we build this muscle in a world designed to make us twitch? You forge it. You build armor around your primal instincts. Here are 4 practical, non-negotiable tools to start today. A pilot would never take off without one. A surgeon wouldn't cut. Why are you risking your capital without one? Before any trade, you must physically check off a list. Does it meet my specific criteria for entry? Is the risk, reward at least 3 to 1? What is the current market environment? If even one box is unchecked, you are forbidden from taking the trade. No exceptions. This replaces emotion with process. This is a game changer. Every day, I want you to write down the trades you didn't take. Log the impulsive setup you saw, felt that urge to jump in, but followed your rules and stayed out. Then, write down what happened to it. Most of the time, you'll find you saved yourself from a loss. You are now celebrating discipline. You are rewarding yourself for times not losing money, which is the first job of any professional. This might sound crazy. I want you to literally block out time in your calendar for market observation, no trading. For 1 hour, your sole job is to watch the charts, analyze the flow, and keep your hands completely off the mouse. You are training your brain to decouple watching from acting. You are becoming comfortable in the silence between the notes. That's where the music is. After a significant losing trade, one that stings, you are benched. For 48 hours, you are not allowed to place another trade. Period. Revenge trading is the single fastest way to destroy an account. It's pure emotion. This mandatory cooling off period lets the emotion drain out, allowing you to come back with logic, not rage. Your capital needs to be protected from you when you are at your most vulnerable. Here's the most beautiful part of this entire journey. Something that I didn't realize until years into my own career. When you master patience in the markets, you don't just become a better trader. You become a better times human being, This is the quantum leap. The skill of detaching from the immediate outcome and focusing on a flawless process begins to spill over into every corner of your life. You become a better listener because you're not just waiting for your turn to speak. You make better career decisions because you're waiting for the right opportunity, not just the first one. Your relationships improve because you respond with thought instead of reacting with emotion. You learn to see the long game in everything. You plant trees whose shade you may never sit in. The market becomes your personal dojo, a training ground for mastering yourself. The prize isn't just consistent profitability, it's a quiet mind, it's clarity. It's the ability to be the calm in the storm, not just in the charts, but in life. The world will continue to scream for your attention. The algorithms will continue to tempt you with fleeting opportunities. The crowd will continue to run frantically from greed to fear and back again. Let them. Your path is different. It is the path of the professional, the strategist, the apex predator. It is a path of stillness, of observation, of profound, powerful patience. I want you to make a covenant with yourself, right now, a promise, that you will stop being the prey. You will stop feeding the machine with your anxiety and your impulses. Your next great victory in the market might not be a 100% gainer. It might be the week you take 0 trades because nothing met your strict criteria, and you walk away with your capital and your sanity fully intact. Because in this chaotic, high-speed world, the ability to sit still, to wait for your pitch is not just an advantage, it is a superpower. Patience is not your alpha. Patience is the battlefield, and by choosing to wait, you have already won.